in terms of like stealing, is it Lelouch like an original character, or do you think he borrowed a lot of it? 'Cause when did Death Note come out? Because he has lots
It
of
came around the
shape.
exact same time, so I don't think they stole from each other. That was like, wasn't that like the war of the anti-heroes, basically, was between Code Geass and
Like,
people always try to do, yeah, Light versus Lelouch.
yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, is Lelouch an actual original character? I'm trying to think. Because like Suzaku, like you can
I mean,
tell.
somewhat evil freedom fighter probably isn't all that unique, and there's probably based on some kind of character from like whatever.
Yeah.
But at least in terms of like anime at the time, I think he was pretty unique.
I just find it interesting how his main strength is like strategy. Even in the third movie when he came back, first thing he did was strategize and like type on
Yeah.
that keyboard.
Oh, that's not actually unique because what's that dude from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms? The guy
Uh,
who leads the green side in the Dynasty Warriors.
oh
All he's
yeah,
good
yeah,
for is
yeah.
planning as well.
But I guess in more like traditional anime.
Yeah, in traditional anime, I think he's pretty unique somewhat because he's not physically capable in the slightest,
I just find it so interesting. Like in a more traditional anime, Suzaku would have been the main character.
especially for Gundam, right?
When they like subverted, like, oh no, he kind of an asshole. Like
Well, they actually split, right? You have the Britannia working for the Japanese, and the Japanese guy working for Britannia.
that's the thing about Suzaku. I'm not sure if I hate him or like him.
He's weird.
Yeah, he's all over the place. There's sometimes he's so stupid. Other times it's like, oh, he's pretty cool.
Well, it's like I was saying, right, about like Kogi's being extremes.
Yeah,
Because sometimes Suzaku is likable. Other time he's an insufferable idiot. And even in the movies, I still can't tell because he's still kind of butthurt towards Lelouch about everything.
yeah.
But then he still works for him anyways. The fucking best because we got so far with season 2, but like is one like they're gonna have to work together at the very end.
Hmm.
And first, Suzaku gets mad. He's like, and he picks up his sword and is like,
Yeah.
Lelouch is the one who killed Euphemia. And then what does Lelouch say? Not sorry, not okay. Let's talk about this. No, he turns around, looks at him, and goes, "What of it?" He gave this back. He might as well just backhand him like a pimp. Like, and for some reason, Suzaku doesn't say anything and then works with him.
But like that's the other thing too, right? Like they do
Like,
this for drama because they don't fully show you agree with them. Then the next scene is them doing the coup together. You know what I mean?
yeah, and they're fully working together. And now Suzaku's sad that he's gonna have to kill Lelouch eventually. It's like you've been wanting to kill this guy for how long now?
Feels like they do a lot of this like not explain stuff for the sake of drama.
That's the show, especially season 2.
Yeah,
Every episode ends on a plot twist or
yeah.
or a cliffhanger.
And then the big reveal is always like super dramatic too. Like I think the big reveal of Nunnally opening her eyes too. It's just like dun 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 dun. Like
Oh yeah, and all the heroes go like, yes, Machina, Masaka. The worst one though for me is still the 1,000,000 Miracles one, where like they try to do their own version of I'm Spartacus,
yeah.
but it's done in the most dumb way where literally everyone puts on a zero outfit and it's like, oh, now you can't arrest us all. And
So
then like
stupid.
the Britannians go, well, we'll just murder you all. And then Luce goes, play this trump card of, hey, remember Euphemia, Suzaku, and then Suzaku has like PTSD and stops him. And the entire plan was just to use Suzaku's PTSD against him and make him not murder them all. And then they escape onto their ship that looks like a giant iceberg.
Oh my god.
And the episode ends with them on their iceberg as Lelouch is all victorious of 1,000,000 people on there. And I'm like, what the fuck am I watching? And they're all in like all the zero outfits look terrible because they're all like different colors and whatever.
I see. I kind of like that
But
because
it's
it
like,
makes
but that doesn't
sense.
make sense. The rest, one guy who's wearing black.
Oh, he could have just easily changed outfits.
Yeah,
So
I guess, but they don't do that. And then they go to China for some reason.
yeah, I don't. It. Yeah, it's all those just side plots and side characters that don't amount to anything. I guess to their credit too, while it doesn't amount to anything, those side characters are still there to the end. I mean, yeah, they don't do anything, but visually they're still there. So
Yeah, they sure did draw him into the scene, didn't they?
I don't know. I guess like when you play like JRPGs and stuff, like oh, just generic NPCs everywhere. At least this, they all have like uniquely designed side characters.
I guess, but at least when you finish like your side quest, the characters don't then join your party and then proceed to do nothing. Hey, thanks for helping out Grandma Lloyd. Now Grandma's gonna join your party and do jack fuck. And then now all the side characters that matter, fucking Nina, the one everyone hated.
Yeah, it's so weird how they made her such a like important character.
She makes a nuke because she's mad.
Like, was she even built up to be that smart to make a nuke?
No, the entire time in the first season, she's just the weirdo on a computer all the time, and she doesn't
Yeah.
really say anything. And she's obsessed with, Euphemia. The next thing we know is she's now like crazy and working on the nukes.
And then like she becomes friends with Lelouch again after she knows he's Zero. It's so weird. Like
Okay, because what happens is they finally use the Flea, and she's realized, oh my god, nukes are bad.
yeah.
First, he coerces her though. He's like, "I'll help you get like make up for it," but he
Yeah.
asks her at gunpoint. But then afterwards, like they start working together for real. That's when they make the anti-nuke thing.
Yeah.
It's the weird wand.
I was gonna say the fucking scene with Suzaku and Lelouch against the Flasia nuke and how they had to time everything.
It's so stupid, makes no sense. But yeah, so you have to have Suzaki perfectly throw this lance right into the nuke right before it blows up, and then Lelouch has to type in a hacking code fast as possible, and they need to time it all perfectly, and then the nuke won't blow up.
And then when they do it successfully, it does that like fucking anime cool shot where it splits the screen showing both their faces and they're both like cold hearted badasses.
Yeah.
It's just like whoa.
And the dramatic music, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, they actually did it, Sugoi!" And then for some reason they decide not to shoot anymore. Just like, okay, do it again.
I just realized, wasn't it not only shooting the nukes too?
I think this is the different one. I think.
They make her like press the button. I remember.
I think that's
She's like-
later on when Nolly's doing the nukes.
Yeah, but she still drops them. Like holy shit.
Well, yeah, because I mean that's when she becomes a character. Because then you realize she's actually not being forced to do this. She's doing
Yeah.
it willingly because she's trying to do Lelouch's plan.
It's interesting because Lelouch himself has mentioned that like even without the Geass, he would have done all this,
Yeah,
or at least attempted to. Like
and that's what. Yeah, he said he just sped his plans up by I think 5 to 10 years. He said.
just funny when you think about it, because it's like, yeah, how were you gonna do any of this without your powers? Like negotiating is one thing, but like you had to cheat a lot with your eyes.
Yeah, well, I think the whole thing is the idea is made it a lot easier. He would have had to do way more planning, and things would have progressed way slower because he basically did everything in season 1 in like, what, a couple months,
Yeah.
and he nearly completely destroyed the Britannian hold in Japan in a couple months. So it probably would have taken years instead.
Then it'd basically be like a drawn out Gundam show.
It would be a lot more like talking rooms and debating and stuff. But I do like the idea that not only is actually Justice Murder Lelouch all along.
But that kind of came out of not nowhere, but it came too late.
That's why it sucks too in the movie because I was hoping there'd be some of that, but instead she's basically kidnapped for the whole movie, so she can't do anything.
Yeah.
It was like, well, what's the point of that then?
Exactly. Even when before she was kidnapped, I think she failed doing a negotiation or something, or like she was struggling with something. I don't remember.
No, everything was going fine, and then they went to go visit this place, and then they got attacked by the terrorist and got taken hostage. And like I think she almost mind crush like the main villain at one point, and that's when they lock her away.
Yeah.
Yeah, she almost beats her by talking.
I don't know. If only they built up to it more.
Yeah, they could have used her way more, especially because it comes out of nowhere. So that's a surprise. She's actually just as smart. Oh, it makes it look like what's his face? Charles is a real stupid person because like he boned like he's got like 80 wives, and of all the children he gets rid of the 2 smartest. Like both his kids could apparently be masterminds, and yet you don't put them on your side.
I guess he didn't see it coming.
I guess he didn't see it coming.
I don't even get his fucking plan in the end. Like the whole tower and the connecting people and no emotion.
So his whole plan is that he's really butthurt that people in the past died.
Yeah.
So he wants to undo time somehow, and that because basically the whole thing out of nowhere, the show becomes about how each of the 3 guys lives in a different time. Charles is in the past, is a set of the past, Sean is a set of the present, and Luce wants the future.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Snigel wants to like undo time, and apparently that will bring everyone from the dead back.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was like, huh?
They don't explain how it works, but they try to tempt Suzaku. It's like, hey, look, you'll be able to see Euphemia again, and then they go, nah, fuck you, and then he turns into a rocket. He disintegrates his own parents. But then considering his parents, no wonder they're both complete manipulative assholes.
I like that because I think they paint the mom in a more ambiguous light, but then when you finally meet her, she's an asshole too.
Yeah, because the whole thing is it looks like she was just killed and she was innocent the entire time.
Yeah.
And then you learn that no, that being killed is all according to Keikaku for her.
Yeah.
So she scarred her children for life just for part of her plans. That's when Luce realizes, oh wait, no, mom was an asshole too.
Funniest thing was like when he mentions Nunnally smile, and she's like, "What smile?"
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was like, oh shit.
And then he gets really freaking out over that.
Because then that's when you just know, she's like, all right, fuck these people.
Yeah, because his own parents don't even give a shit. Like,
Yeah.
the funny thing was that they were smart. All they had to do is just pretend to show some remorse, and Lelouch probably wouldn't have killed him. Like,
Yeah. But I guess they're like, nah, fuck that.
yeah, I guess that's the whole thing. Is everyone in the show is so egotistical. They all think everyone's gonna join.
Man, and fucking Vivi. Like, who the fucking is Vivi? It's Charles's brother in a kid's body or something?
You know, he's Charles' brother, but he has the code, so he got away earlier, so he doesn't age, just like how the C2 doesn't age, because he's V2.
Oh, yeah.
The only good thing about him is he doesn't do a whole lot. The only good thing about him is when he starts monologuing to Cornelia, and she just throws a knife right in his forehead and kills him
Oh, yeah.
for mid monologue. But then he
Yeah.
does a thing where he just stands right back up because he can't die.
Yeah.
So he gets like, and he does it like a fucking zombie, where he does like the thing where like you lift yourself upwards without your arms,
Yeah, yeah.
like or like a vampire. But like he doesn't really amount to anything, and then the reason why is because like he has some plan of his own that they never go into,
Yeah.
and then Schneider's or not Schneider, Charles kills him because he realized that he was actually a dick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because apparently he's the one behind the assassination of Lucia's mom.
But isn't that what they wanted? Like,
Yeah, like I don't know.
I
It's
don't
weird.
get
The
it.
plan it's all weird because like they try to act like it was all according to plan, but they were still really butthurt about it.
Like, it's so weird because as much as like I like this show, like this whole Charles plan, I still don't really get it. It's such a blur to me. And this
Everything to do
Vivi
with the
shit.
Geass and the magic shit makes no sense when you start looking at it. Because like there's apparently this entire society that somehow knows a C2, but she's the only one who's around and isn't a dick, and there isn't more Geass people around. And
Yeah.
then like, but the whole thing of V2, I think will happen is that for some reason he's like a yander for his brother, and so he has the mom killed, and then in order to get rid of her, and I have no idea at that point. I have no idea their plans. They never explain what like his plan is. I think it's because their parents died, Charles's parents. I think isn't that the thing where like they made the jokes about it because they got killed by a carriage crashing or something like that. And it was an assassination.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
So then Charles and his brother are left on their own, and then that's when they somehow they get their powers, which they don't explain how. I think two gives it to them somehow
Yeah.
because they seem to know her, but they never explain how V2 has his code. I don't know. They never exactly explain it, but then like yeah, so he kills the mom, and that's when Charles makes and the mom make their own plan.
Mm.
And then he betrays him at the last minute and kills V2. And then they reveal their plans just to bring him back from the dead anyways. And so it's like, well, why'd you kill him then? Because he's just going to come back and be pretty butthurt about it.
Yeah.
Like, and same with all the other people you've killed throughout history, Charles. Like, did you think this through a little bit more than not at all? Like, it makes no sense. And then there's this weird fucking like thing that I swear it's like 3D animated. And I the thought elevator.
Yeah. Fucking yeah.
And it goes into Jupiter. And then Lelouch yells at Jupiter with his Geass eyes. And Geass is God into not like destroying time. It's like, what is this?
You know what the funniest thing is? You could have taken all that Charles stuff out and you could have still ended the show the same way. It was just a convoluted way to get rid of Charles or to try to add meaning to it.
I don't get it because like they didn't need any of that magic shit because like for Snagel comes out of nowhere. He should have just been like a what do you call it? A penultimate boss.
Yeah.
For some reason, he's the final boss. Charles should have been the one using Nonali to like nuke the world. That would have shown what a callous athlete is. He's basically making his daughter nuke people. But instead, you got Weird Fabulous Boy and his floating Disney castle. This show goes so far off the rails, man.
It kind of falls apart now that I think of it.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing is too is that, and then it lands back on. Okay, so it goes careening off the tracks. Somehow keeps careening all the way into space, loops around the world, and lands back on the tracks right for the very end. Because everyone loves the ending, right? The actual ending of the show.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's really well done. I'm not sure if it's smart, but it's really well done.
Mm-hmm.
It's executed well. It's basically the opposite of Rollo. It's bad on paper, but it's executed well.
Exactly, yeah.
And so somehow this train careens up the tracks, goes around the entire world, crashing into everything along the way, and then lands back on the tracks.
It's so funny because you could even say like Charles died of a heart attack, nothing special, and then Schneider comes, or even Schneider assassinated Charles. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like you wouldn't miss anything with like if you took out the thought elevator, the Emperor rocket, and all that weird exposition dump. It didn't add anything to the story either. It just confuses you.
He randomly gets his second Geass eye when he does it.
I think that's just another excuse to make him look cool.
It's just to make him look cool and make him look like he's so powerful now that he's God, I guess.
It's like, oh look, you have two eyes now. Two's better than one.
But like, and the thing is too is that like after that's done with, they go, okay, well, back to the story, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like This is such a weird sidetrack that it doesn't matter.
It is literally a sidetrack because no one knows it even happened. All I know is that okay, now like Charles has appeared. The only thing that matters is that now Lelouch takes over Britannia.
It's not like Schneider was like, okay, let me revive this thought elevator plan or anything like that. Or even the big bad in the new movie. It's not like she's like, oh, Charles had the right idea. I'm reviving his plan. It like you know what I mean? Like they don't even mention it after he destroys this.
I think Schneider had his own weird ass Geass plan though too, right? Because apparently he wants to be like he never wants time to march forwards. Oh no, that's
Yeah.
no. What he's doing is what Pain's gonna do in Naruto. He's gonna
Yeah.
nuke the world and make sure that nobody can ever advance any further than they already are.
Yeah.
And that's gonna create peace through fear. And Lucius like, no, that's stupid. So I'm gonna do what you did, but I'm gonna pretend to do it. And
Yeah.
or he does the exact same thing and turns into a crazy dictator that we never see. And then he has himself killed because that's gonna unite the world for all of 5 minutes.
uh,
That's the thing was like like I said, like the ending seems good until you start thinking about it and it kind of falls apart. Because Lucius killing himself it doesn't do anything.
well, yeah.
They say it's going to unite the world and hate against them. Okay, now how long before they start hating each other again?
Well, look at the movie. You already have like a crazy terrorist faction, like with a castle and everything.
Yeah.
Like shit.
Yeah, I remember watching the movie being like, yeah, of course, it's not going to go well. Like,
I kind of like that though because it's like, yeah, so much optimism. Like,
well, I don't like that because Lucius isn't really an optimistic person, and he's supposed to be smarter than that. So
I
you think
guess,
he'd
yeah,
know that's not going to work. That's why
yeah.
I felt like the idea of him being alive would make more sense because you'd think he'd want to make sure that the thing he did isn't for nothing.
But no, now it's raining Geass, and he has to travel with his wife to stop everyone from misusing its powers.
That's the weirdest thing. Yeah, like why is it raining Geass? They blew up the magic world, which I don't even know how they did it.
Yeah, it was the weird Charles world, wasn't it?
Yeah, they blow that up somehow because Lelouch saves Nonnally from it,
Yeah,
and somehow that blows it up.
and then it's raining Geass. Hallelujah.
And I can't remember at that point. Are they both immortal now?
He was immortal ever since he came back
Oh yeah, yeah.
because he had the code on his chest now.
Oh yeah, I forgot it's on his chest. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And C2 still has it on her head, right? So they're both immortal. Okay.
yeah.
How did Lelouch get the code then? Because I thought he was supposed to take it from her.
She revived him with magic because she pieced his body back together
Oh
from the
yeah,
Charles world.
yeah. Okay, now we're talking about the movie now, all right?
Yeah.
But like whatever. Yeah, sure.
It's just some bullshit. Like she pieced his body together because she explains that's how people with the code are immortal. It's because they just borrow new body parts from the world from the Geass world or something.
Oh, okay.
And then so she pieced together his body like that. But then I forgot what they did in the sanctuary. They had to bring him all the way down to revive him somehow.
They want because his mind was still inside the sea world.
Yeah, so they had to go to the gate.
Yeah, and they put his mind back in his body and it works.
And then now he has the code.
Yeah. Okay, and then both immortal and dressing like goths
Yeah, that's so stupid. This
for
is like
some
a
reason.
fucking wedding outfit, but they're all goth.
On one hand, I like that it's those two together, but on the other hand, like it's so like over the top stupid.
It works though, like that's the problem. Because you just know they're both so stupidly flamboyant, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they would do it.
Like it makes too much sense
Especially
sometimes.
Lelouch.
Yeah. It's probably his idea, and she's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But man, that movie was bad. That whole movie is an apology for the season two's fuck ups, basically.
And in the end, people are now mad about that one.
Yeah. Because now that one's the canon one. Because now the sequel stuff's based off of that movie.
Yeah, and like I guess they're gonna eventually make a proper season 3 then.
Yeah, but that's on season three. Essentially, is just to meet them
Going
doing
around.
yeah, the fucking Geass shit. That show's so dumb. Like,
But I mean at least like the Schneisel like moment gave us this. Someone put this girl stuck to a wheelchair up top of a bunch of stairs.
it makes sense though. Like that's how you get her stuck there.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's the idea, so she wouldn't go anywhere. But like that's hilarious, and like she tries to follow him and go like face plant throughout the stairs.
It's such a dick move.
It's been Saku kick. The ending is so like like no, not the ending. The whole final battle is so nuts.
Yeah.
'Cause then you have Suzaku and Callan having their crazy over the top mech fight.
Yeah, it's basically a Gundam fight. This is yelling at each other, like
It's
zooming
full
around.
Gundam because yeah, and then like they blow up a volcano and like the Black Knights are dumbasses and getting wiped out. There's nukes flying everywhere. And then Lelouch does this whole stupid like recording chess plan.
That was a good reveal though, Because then like the hand goes on his shoulder, and then he turns around. It's like, oh shit, it's a video.
And you see the guy and his boy toy behind him already got Geass too.
Yeah.
Or someone took him out and
Oh
then
no, it
like
was the director dude. What's his name?
oh yeah, oh the director dude,
No, he
yeah.
didn't geas him because remember he begged him. He's like, please geas me. I just want that. He's like, nah, and he just
Yeah,
lets him bleed out.
no, but don't you remember Schneidel had his own boy toy?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they Geass him. I think they take him out though, and
They
then he's
hostage him on purpose.
yeah, and then they Geass Schneidel.
Yeah, and then they leave the camera dude. I forgot his name. Starts with a D.
They kill him in the end.
Well, yeah, but he's like begging Lelouch to geas him, but then Lelouch's like, nah.
Nah, yeah, because he's obsessed with Lelouch for some reason too.
Yeah, like his character goes all over the place. He kind of
Yeah,
becomes some weird yonder like extremist dude all out of nowhere. Like he's the one who helped start plotting with Schneisel too. I think before the full takeover.
yeah,
And
and then
it's
like
just like, where'd this come from?
he's obsessed with having a good story, so
Yeah.
he's gonna help Lelouch out because he wants to like see what crazy shit he'll do. And then Lelouch takes over the world while the whole room somehow magically turns purple when he does.
Yeah.
And then that's when oh yeah, and then of course yeah, Orange Boy against Anya.
The greatest thing ever.
And yeah, and then yeah, they have all of them yelling 200% motherfucking loyalty. And then yeah, and then just cuts to the ending, which basically saves it because like the whole show is just kind of like really falling apart at that point.
It ended on the perfect episode count. Like if it went any longer, the show would have been so dumb.
Even though it's so weird that yeah, and then here's the Freedom Fighters and it's fucking Valletta and Cornelia. Oh yeah, the real heroes. Oh god, are you gonna do with Ogie and the Black Knights? That like the race traitor because he just wants to get his dick wet.
Yeah.
That's it. And he's upset, and like he's gonna join the Britannians now and take their side on, and no one calls him out on that. And then the movie makes fun of it. I mean, and, oh yeah, that asshole winds up as president, but then they undo that. They realize everyone fucking hates him.
Hell, he was gonna blow his brains out in front of Lelouch as an apology in the movie.
If only.
But like that's the thing about that movie. Like it's so like obvious.
It's
Like
maximum fan service, right? Because
yeah.
then you have Callum bouncing and jiggling all over the place.
Yeah.
Lelouch and C2 finally get together, and Ogie admits that he's a dumbass.
And he like it's one thing to apologize. Like he put a gun to his own head. He was like, "All right, I'm gonna do it. Sorry." And then Lelouch just had to talk him out of it.
Oh man,
My
like
God.
yeah, it's maximum fan service, but you can tell like they're pandering so hard.
I know. Hell, even the Cornelia stuff.
Yeah, now she's a hero, but like it kind of works with Lelouch, but not really. The politics of this world are not gonna work, especially now that everyone's got Geasses. Oh boy.
It's funny because they don't even establish the world that well. Because I think like the whole point is Britannia took over most of the world.
Yeah, the world's been like divided into
Yeah.
2 or 3 sections or something like that. Because you got the EU, then you got Britannia, then you've got like China, and I think you got a couple other places there. And like Australia is just as gray or some reason. So yeah, I think each of those colors are factions.
Yeah.
But it looks oh yeah, and like I think India's on its own. Oh no, they got taken over too. I think.
Would you rather like season 3 be about them dealing with other like factions and like like the same thing like negotiations, politics, and all that, or would you rather hunting random Gias users?
It may as well do that because like otherwise, what was the point of setting that up, right?
I guess.
Because
Well,
like
yeah,
otherwise, it's just gonna be like more dumb. We're gonna do hate so the whole world be united thing. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what the state of the world is at this point now. Because like, who owns what? Is everyone in their own country again, or
see
like,
that's the thing. Like they don't really specify.
yeah, are they still all like being like? Is like does Britannia still own like half the world?
Yeah, are they
Like,
still as major? Because I know Lelouch turned the whole royal family into like servants.
yeah, he
Uh,
geezes everyone.
Schneisel's the one that confuses me the most because his like I
His
don't know.
gears is to do whatever Zero says, and doesn't. So as long as you have the mask on, you can command him.
Yeah.
So that's why he follows Suzaku.
It's still weird to me. I don't know to wrap my brain around it. Like he's basically a different, completely different person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's what the Geass does, right? He completely overwrote the guy's personality.
But that's like the more extreme side of it. Because like you know, like for other ones, it's just like certain actions are trigger words, and they do a certain action that they're told to do. Whereas this one's like a complete wipe. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
well, 'cause that's the only way to stop him, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's to basically just annihilate his personality. It's fucked up, but like,
It's
it's
crazy
up to the
though.
Geass user how do you just want it to be a word or do you want it to be like full brainwash?
Well, yeah, that's my point though, right? Like this one's so extreme. It's like, oh
Yeah,
my
Lelouch went
god.
all the way with this guy,
It's funny too. It's like, well, I can't kill you. I might as well use you.
but he could have killed him.
He could have, but I meant like he decided to use it
Yeah,
instead.
because he didn't want to make him into like basically a martyr, right? Because they killed him to
Yeah,
pretend to keep fighting.
yeah.
Or here is now is like, look, even your main guy who's against me has now joined me, and now I control all the nukes. So like, so shut up.
Still funny how like a high schooler basically made a nuke.
Well, remember, or even how when they take over the empire, they're both wearing their school uniforms.
Yeah,
They take over the fucking world in their fucking outfits. It's
it's
hilarious.
funny because their outfits already look good anyway. It's just in the context. It's like, yeah, that's the school uniforms.
I prefer the more military-ish outfits they get going on sometimes, but
Yeah,
except for Lelouch's stupid emperor outfit with the big white poofy like hat.
it's so over the top. I love it. The smug look on their faces too, and they take over.
Yeah, I know they look like such assholes. I mean, that's the point though, right? They're trying to pretend to be there super evil now.
Like overall, with all the stupid shit that hands in the show, do you like it or no?
That's the thing is like I think I still like it, even though like I don't, it's a weird ass dumbass show, but it's still like okay.
Like I remember when I finished watching it, I really liked it, but over time, and it's been so long now, I'm just like, despite all the stupid shit, it's still not bad.
Like I'm thinking, oh no, because we watched compilation movies and we still found it okay. So like I say, if we rewatched it, we'd probably not like it as much. But like, nah, it's fine. It's really it's pretty good at making you accept stupid bullshit. Like,
Yeah, because I think it works because the characters are so stupid and like over the top that like it kind of justifies it.
but yeah, so I guess it'll be interesting to see where they go. But either no matter what, it'll be stupid as hell.
Yeah, I think the show does a good balance of that, like stupid and serious.
It's some as I said, it's extreme. It's a weird it's somehow they strike a balance somehow between being really stupid and really good.
It's weird though, because it weirdly works though.
It works somehow. I don't know
Yeah,
how. I think it's just because it's all over the top. They just kind of buy it.
it's so funny because that's not how the show started.
I know. I mean, like, you look at like the first episodes, and then you go look at the Alice in Wonderland special, and somehow that one is like closer to like what it became than the first
Right?
few episodes. That one's hilarious too. 'Cause it makes fun of all the terrible characters.
Like I didn't expect anything from it except for like, oh look, finally new Code Geass material, and it ended up being really funny.
Yeah, like all the royals are fighting for something stupid, and then like Callan is pulling guns out on people for no reason.
Yeah.
They show Valletta and Ogi, and like they're unhappy in like a worthless marriage. It's so great. And Lucius the Mad Hatter, because of course. Or like when C2 Super Harley calls out like the relationship between Lucian and Nonnally, and he gets really mad at being called out.
I love how like self-aware it was. That's the other thing too. It's one thing to make fun of your characters and stuff. It's another to like make such like pinpoint accurate jokes like that.
Or yeah, you had the weird battle between Suzaku and Chinos or whatever, and
Oh
the way
yeah,
he wins is by spinning in like a helicopter.
yeah. And because the whole thing was animated like a visual novel, like the still images, but like Suzaku's actually spinning the whole time.
Oh yeah, they're talking about yeah, you turn out to be a spineless loser is what they say about Ogi.
Oh my god. God, look at that image.
Turned out to be a spineless loser, and like whatever the hell's going on with Rolo, like, she paid them no attention. Yeah, the other character they make fun of some of the side characters don't matter in the slightest. But it's also maximum fan service. Like the outfits all the characters are wearing,
Yeah. Holy shit.
especially C2 as a Cheshire cat,
Oh yeah, yeah.
which can only be described as tripperific. Like, like every shot, like for some reason, Callan's a bunny. Or and they make fun of not Nina because all she can make is nuclear like weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh God! And they make fun of the royals because like their whole big argument is now about croquet instead of race. Or above croquet, or people are too long. They're being fighting about freedom over it.
And fucking Charles's hat.
Yeah, they're the king and queen of hearts and stuff like that. And it's like, like everyone really enjoyed croquet. It's so stupid.
I swear this is like the big thing to come out after like Code Geass ended. Like, cause people are waiting for new material, and I think Akito was maybe announced, and then like they dropped this out of nowhere, and it's like the biggest fucking joke.
Yeah, I know. It's a giant parody of the entire show. I think Nolly even mentions like that, like when she's leaving, she's like, "Goodbye. I'll remember you all in therapy" or something like that. So,
That didn't surprise me.
yeah, even she's like, "Man, this is fucking stupid."
Well, I guess we're done talking about Code Geass.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, what would you say is the best part of it? or like the best like section, I guess, because like there's so many different parts of this whole thing.
I just really remember the ending. Like to me, the standout scenes was the coup and the ending in season 2. I don't really remember much of season 1, honestly.
I remember like parts of season 1, but
Yeah, only the finale for me. But yeah, like season 2 is a way more memorable.
I know it really is only like the parts after all the dumb bullshit's in like set to the side.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
because like when they take over, that's episode 22. Like everything before that is just like mostly just trash.
Because all the Rolo stuff too. It's like as soon as they get rid of Rolo, that's when shit goes down.
Yeah, but then that just leads into the whole like Geass world nonsense.
Yeah, which is stupid.
So like, yeah, the series is I don't know. It's like I'm not sure if I call it good. It's
it.
entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure if I'd be able to rate it though. Like
Yeah, out of 10, like a 6 or a 7. 6 feels too low, but then 7 feels too high. I don't know.
6.5, 7.
Maybe, but I don't like doing points.
I don't know. But also it's hilarious too. Is like I forgot like they also had a ton of other like spin-off stuff.
Yeah,
And like where it's like and it's all just nothing but fan service.
that doesn't surprise me at all.
Because they have a whole beach thing and they got Lelouch in the Speedo, because of course. And then like whatever the hell Cornelia's wearing is like it's like the weirdest like bikini ever. But it turns out Euphemia picked it out, which says some weird things about her.
That's amazing.
And Cornelia's like, what the hell is this? And then there's one time when they have to go and sneak into this place. So they have both C2 and Callan dress up.
Mhm.
But then so does Lelouch because he's just that effeminate. And he tricks them too.
Oh my
And he
god.
geezes them all into killing themselves. And it's like, what the hell is this?
What?
You don't remember that? I remember you watched that. And you're like, what the fuck is this?
I don't remember.
But it's all just maximum fan service to the extreme.
Oh my
Because
god.
it's all like, not visual novel, but like, it's almost like a CD drama, but with images.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
And so there's various still images you get, and the artwork is just always like pure fan service.
Yeah.
But it's fucking, some of them are fucking hilarious. And this show is so fucking weird.
Like I don't know how they managed it. It's kind of like Fate, how they managed to like go from serious to silly over the top, and it still works.
And still be somehow serious at the same time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
and it's both stupid but it's entertaining. Like,
yeah.
this Fate's fucking
Exactly.
like I can't criticize because like Fate's fucking stupid. I'm way too into that. Like, and it's also got a weird mix of like really good and really bad because like some of the spin-offs are fucking trash,
Yeah.
but then other ones are great. Same with the Code Geass. Although
Hmm.
most of the spin-offs are pretty bad. Like anything that doesn't have to do with the cast that we know is usually trash.
Yeah, because it just tries too hard to be the original one.
Yeah, because like every hero now they need to make him like either a Suzaku or a Lelouch at that point
Exactly, yeah.
because
Or
no
a
one
weird
could.
subversion of it
Yeah,
that didn't
and
fit.
so I'm not surprised though the movie ended the way it did because they're like we need to keep the main characters around because no one likes any of the other things we've made since.
Exactly.
Because no one cares about Keto or what it called, apparently it's the other one with the twins called Oz of the Reflection,
Yeah, that one.
and like no one cares about them.
Or the weird feudal samurai Johanna one.
Yeah, no one cares about that either. And even that one just tries to use Lelouch again.
Yeah.
So like they realize that yeah, no, they're kind of stuck. People only
Eh,
like this specific cast, and you can't get away from that.
Well, hell, Akito was tanking, so they had to bring back Lelouch as this brainwashed general dude.
Yeah, because I remember he was not shown at all until they started doing bad. That was basically
Wow.
just a shitty version of like Gundam 00 too, because it's all rebels, and
Yeah,
they're extreme. They do actual proper terrorism
I don't know, it's stupid.
because for their ideals of the world.
Like something just like I guess it was bad, but something just felt off about it. Every time I skimmed around it.
Yeah, there's always something weirdly off about it. Well, you can feel that these characters are just shitty knockoffs.
Yeah.
You got the shitty redhead dude who's just male Callan. Then you have like Euphemia fused with C2 for Princess. You've got
Yeah.
like the shitty fusion of Suzaku and Lelouch. He's somewhat smart and he's also really physically capable on the map. And you have like there are random dickheads. Like you don't care about any of them.
Worst part about Akito was that one episode per year because it kept getting delayed.
Oh yeah, and like it's not like they were worth it when they came out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember the hype for it when it first started, and then that just poofed. Didn't know, and to the point I didn't even know the series ended when it did.
Yeah.
I remember you
I
just
think
told me.
I think Gundam Unicorn had more episodes and they're both like OVA type. They're not like traditional shows.
Yeah,
It finished like a year or two ahead of Akito.
yeah. Unicorn had like 7, right? Didn't
Yeah.
Kida only have 3?
3 or 4 or 5, I don't remember. It had
Yeah.
less. But yeah, it took forever for that show to end.
Yeah, it says everything about it.
I guess that's Code Geass.
Yeah, I guess that's Code Geass. That's a weird ass show. And if it's entertaining, just don't think too much about it.
Which is funny because the whole point is like about logic and thinking. But then to enjoy the show, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, and then because the second you start thinking, you start realizing, wait a minute. But yeah, if you want some whack ass shit, boy, this is a good series for that.